I'm Stud.
And we got another set review today.
We are going to be building and reviewing this creator set. It is set
7291. It has 196 pieces, ages 7 to 12.
What is really neat about this set, what I really liked about it, is that it contains a lot of Technic pieces.
Yep.
It's almost...
It has some rubber bands in it too.
Yeah, it's almost a Technic set. So we can't wait to get this open and build all three models for you. Let's look in the box!
Instructions. We got one big chunky wheel. We got 3 bags. And that is about it.
Let's zoom in! Alright, here's the close-up of the first model. It was a really fun build, and there are a significant number of Technic pieces through the inside. The whole steering column is all Technic, and they even have some rubber bands here that kind of act as shock absorbers, some shock absorbers for this guy. So as the bike is going, it's riding over rocks and dirt. It's kind of awesome. Another feature is the kickstand. So as you're riding, the kickstand would go up. And when you want to park, kickstand comes down and the bike will just rest. And the tail end also is on a hinge that moves. Headlight pieces are really nice. Here you can kind of see how the steering column works. And this was the first build, so this was the guy on the cover. We're gonna do the other two and show you those as well. Alright, here we are with design number 2. And also pretty neat, it used slightly less pieces than the first design. It also has a kickstand, which you can move up. But the wheels are so wide that it will stand up on its own anyway. Oh, let me put that back on. Little handlebars. And also the back piece moves up and down like this, similar to the last model. There's the steering column. This one has one headlight where the last model had 2. Here's a look from the underside. I'll tell you, these you get a lot of components with this set that are very good, even if you just wanted to buy a couple of these sets and use the parts for your own mocks. You get a lot of these orange pieces that you can use for cars, a lot of these rounded pieces here. Pretty cool. Alright, so this is design number 2, if you like this style bike. And then we're going to move on and show you the third design. Alright, this is the third and final model of this creator series motorcycle set. This is probably my least favorite of the 3. At first I thought I really liked the body style, but the wheel, the steering, has less maneuverability than the other 2 models. So I was expecting a little more there, although it was still really fun to build. The only other thing that moves, well, you have the back here, and then we also have a kickstand on this guy too, even though you don't really need it because it's up on its own anyway. The light is a little bit different on the front. But overall, I still recommend this set. I I really like the color combination that they came up with. The orange and the gray and the black and all the cool pieces that you get certainly makes this set worthwhile. One last thing to mention is there's actually a fourth set. If you go online to lego.com, you could download plans for another set that you could build using all these pieces. And that concludes the zoom in portion of the video. So overall, I would say in order, the first bike was probably the best.
Yes.
It used the most pieces. It had that shock absorption using the rubber bands. That was really cool.
That was cool, yeah.
And then I would say the second bike was my second favorite, and the third bike was the least favorite out of the three. Also want you to keep in mind, there's 196 pieces in this set. I would say half are Technic pieces.
Yep.
Really cool. So I don't know what incorporates making something a Technic set or not a Technic set, on what ratio of pieces there are, but if you're into Technic, you'd totally love this set.
Please subscribe, comment, thumbs up. So remember, to your creative friends, and stay creative.
Peace!